Today, a new piece of legislation is being introduced in the Senate that could fundamentally change what it means to be an American citizen. Republican Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio is moving to end dual citizenship, arguing that Americans must choose and submit exclusive allegiance to the United States. But this bill, aimed at rooting out what the senator calls divided loyalties, has an almost unbelievable political twist. It could potentially force President-elect Donald Trump's own wife and son to either renounce their foreign citizenship or forfeit their American one.
Let's break down exactly what this bill proposes and then get to the major political conflict it creates. The legislation is titled the Exclusive Citizenship Act of 2025. The man behind it, Senator Bernie Moreno, is himself an immigrant. He was born in Colombia but renounced his Colombian citizenship at 18, an act he calls one of the greatest honors of his life. In his statement, Moreno said, "It was an honor to pledge an oath of allegiance to the United States of America and only to the United States of America. If you want to be an American, it's all or nothing. It's time to end dual citizenship for good."
So, how would this law actually work? Right now, United States law explicitly allows Americans to be citizens of other countries. It does not require you to choose one allegiance over the other. Moreno's bill would completely erase that. First, it would force all current dual citizens to make a choice. The bill gives them a one-year deadline. Within that year, they must either file paperwork with the Secretary of State renouncing their foreign citizenship or file paperwork with the Department of Homeland Security renouncing their U.S. citizenship. And here is the most severe part. If a person does nothing and doesn't comply within that year, they will be deemed to have voluntarily relinquished their United States citizenship. They would then be recorded in federal systems as an alien for the purposes of immigration law.
Second, the bill looks to the future. If it passes, any U.S. citizen who voluntarily acquires a new foreign citizenship would effectively and automatically give up their U.S. citizenship. The State Department and DHS would be required to create new systems and databases to track and enforce all of this. This is a radical proposal that would impact millions. While the government doesn't keep exact statistics, some estimates suggest over 40 million Americans could be eligible for dual citizenship. But the bill's most immediate and high-profile targets are, stunningly, living at an address soon to be occupied by the head of the Republican Party.
According to multiple reports, both First Lady Melania Trump and her son, Barron Trump, are dual citizens of the United States and Slovenia. Melania, who was born in Slovenia, became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2006. According to the 2024 book, The Art of Her Deal, Melania, 55, and her son Barron, 19, have both maintained their dual citizenship. The author noted that Melania would have had to file the paperwork for Barron's Slovenian citizenship, as it wasn't automatic. Why? The author stated it was a mama bear move to, quote, give her son options, unquote. A Slovenian passport and thus EU access would make it much easier for Barron to work freely in Europe, set up a business, or inherit land. Under the plain text of Senator Moreno's Exclusive Citizenship Act, both Melania and Barron Trump would be given 1 year to formally renounce their Slovenian citizenship. If they failed to do so, they would be deemed to have relinquished their American citizenship.
This creates a fascinating political conflict. Senator Moreno's bill is part of a broader Republican push on immigration, yet it directly clashes with the personal family arrangements of the president-elect. What do you think about this? Does a bill aimed at exclusive allegiance make sense, even if it could impact the president's own family? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Beyond the political drama, this bill faces an enormous legal hurdle that has stood for over 50 years. The Supreme Court has weighed in on this very issue. In the 1967 case, Afroyim v. Rusk, the court ruled that a U.S. citizen cannot lose their citizenship unless they willingly surrender. Moreno's bill tries to create a loophole by stating that failing to act within 1 year is deemed a voluntary relinquishment. Legal experts will almost certainly argue that this automatic or forced loss of citizenship for inaction is a direct violation of the Afroyim precedent. This is not the first attempt to tackle this issue, but it is one of the most aggressive, setting the stage for a major political and constitutional battle. We will be tracking this bill as it moves or doesn't move through the Senate. The legal challenges and the political fallout from the Exclusive Citizenship Act are only just beginning. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis clear and informative, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next update.